Timmy Mello's last comment just cracked me up before this went live. Howdy do, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Surprise! Streaming on a Monday here. But it's going to be a good one. I'm really excited to sit down with you guys. And as you saw in the description of this stream, we are going to be getting into the vote for the next master study that's going to happen on my channel. I'm really, really excited about this. I took some time to prep it over the weekend. And as I was going through it, I'm like, this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a big one for sure. A big one to accomplish, a big one to vote on. And it's well deserved because it's going to be the 10th master study that I've done on stream with you all, which is awesome. I can't believe that we've already done 10. For those of you who don't know, welcome to my channel. My name is Rocky Ballesteros. So glad to have you guys all here. I love to stream about comics. I do a weekly show on Wednesdays called My Wednesday Comics, which I'll actually update you guys about this Wednesday. Might not happen on this Wednesday. But anyway, My Wednesday Comics is one of my normal shows that I do. And then I also do a stream called Master Study, where I will look at a comic book page by a artist that I admire, that I consider a legend or a master, and then I'll try and reproduce it, starting from scratch, a blank page, start with the pencils, get it to size. You know, I'm working at hopefully, or what I believe is the actual size that the artist worked at, which normal comic book artboard is 11 by 17. So I'll work at that size, and then I'll scan that in, turn it to non-photo blue, and then go through the whole inking process, which has been really amazing. You know, penciling's awesome, but the inking process has been really cool because there's so many different tools that you can use in the finishes and the inks. And that could be traditional brush, that could be dip pen, crow quill, that could be technical pen, all sorts of stuff. So that's been a really fun, as an artist myself, it's been really fun to just wrestle with the tools and figure out what is the best tool for this particular artist. And then as many of you who have followed me and have watched my previous streams, last master study that I did was the cover for Web of Spider-Man #1, illustrated by the master Charles Vess. And that one I really introduced the use of screen tones, which is a big tool that is used in a lot of manga, comic book art, even some Western comic artists use it as well. But screen tones, and I applied those physically, like cut it out, you know, pasted it onto the page, and that was awesome. It gave a really cool effect. It was really unique to the whole master study process. So yeah, there's just so much to explore in comic art creation, and I love it. And it's been a fun way of sharing just the world of comics with you all. So we are headed into the 10th one. Okay. Everybody chant with me. What are the 9 that I've done ahead of time before this? It started off with Mike Zeck, Michael Golden, Mobius, Will Eisner. I'm not doing these in order, obviously. Frank Miller, Barry Windsor Smith, John Byrne. Ooh, this is where it gets dicey. Charles Vess. That's 8. And then 9. Why? Oh, Jim Steranko. Jim Steranko always slips my mind. A page from Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. by Jim Steranko, who just celebrated a birthday. We mentioned that last stream. So yes, those 9 masters, and there's many more to study, but Master Study 10, I knew had to be a big one. We're going to call it Master Study X. Tried to add a little icon there onto my thumbnail for this one. And we are, no spoilers because I shared it earlier, or a previous stream, but we are going to do a master study of Jack the King Kirby. That is scary. Really scary, because he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest to do it of all time. So very excited about that. What I didn't share with you guys before, or maybe I did. I don't think I did. But what I didn't share, I don't think I shared with you last stream, is I'm going to make this a double pager. of a master study. So 2 pages wide, which might take me twice, probably will take me twice the amount of time. But I just felt like Jack Kirby was deserving of that. He was one of the most dynamic and impactful superhero comic artists that this planet has ever seen. And what better way to examine that, try and recreate that by doing a double pager. So that has been super awesome to research and try and find some good ones that were worthy to vote on. And you guys in the chat, and we'll also open up the poll. Probably I'll keep it open for 24 hours after I launch it at the end of this stream. But everybody in the public will be able to vote on it and vote on which one to choose. So I got some good choices this week, today. That's what we'll be looking at. And but before we get to that, I want to catch up in the chat and say hello to all you fine folks here, shooting the fat with you all. Excuse me. Mark's Music Obsession, first in chat. How are you doing, Mark's Music Obsession? What happened? No? Yeah, there we go. Do we have a little border there? Yeah, sure. Nah, maybe we don't need the border. What's up, Mark's Music Obsession? Good seeing you. Glad you can join in. Always wonderful hanging out with you. And Mark was, I would say, was the main instigator for me tackling Web of Spider-Man #1. And you know what was awesome? I was talking with my buddy Marty. I was actually hanging out with him this morning, and he was saying, oh, we were talking about my streams and the master study and all that, and he's been following along himself, and he said, I think I have that comic, and he actually has a copy of Web of Spider-Man #1 at his house. He showed it to me. He sent a picture to me, and I was like, you had this all this time? And Mark's Music Obsession had to mail it to me from Florida? Got here, used it as reference, and then I shipped it back, and I could have just looked at yours because I actually don't own a copy of one myself. But anyway, it was awesome, and it just made it fun. It just made the whole creation of that cover really amazing to have that connection with you, Mark. So thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping in, and glad that you can be a part of the vote for Master Study X10 coming up here. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 is here.
How do you say monkey in French?
Welcome, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. And was it last stream? Gosh, my memory's horrible. Last stream or 2 streams ago, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 sent me a package in the mail. This is a running theme. Maybe it's going to be an ongoing thing with this stream as this grows out. Which we're at 665 subscribers, everybody. Awesome. We are 1 away from 666. Kind of creepy. But let's make it happen. Or maybe we can leapfrog it and get into 667 without even looking at 666. I'm not superstitious, but, mark of the beast. Yes. So Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 sent me a package as well. Of something that he picked up on eBay, I believe it was. And it was a book that I had produced, or my studio had produced before, called The Diary of Little Lost Ghost. I have it right here in front of me. And one of the things he has, it's really awesome that he found it. I don't even know where or who he found it from, but one of the awesome things is he asked me if I would sign in it and draw on it today, or draw on it for him. So that's been on my plate to do. I told him I'd do it last week. Didn't get around to it, but you know what? We're going to do it live on stream here. I'm going to draw the little commission sketch inside in here today. So we'll do that before we get into the vote on Kirby, but I thought that would be a fun thing to incorporate into the stream. So glad you're here, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Don't go anywhere because we'll be doing that live. Mo Biggs is in the chat. Newly minted
better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the
channel member
we hear today.
Mo Biggs. I saw you using some of those subscriber emoji, Mo Biggs, benefiting from that gift membership that got shot out to you last stream by, I believe it was Sumo Thori, who purchased some gift memberships, and one of them pleasantly landed on Mo Biggs's lap when all the other ones zipped past him and he didn't get any of it. So Thank you so much for being here. Drop all the emojis you want. Just for $1.99, you can be a subscriber to my YouTube channel and get access to those emojis. Mark's Music Obsession is also a channel member and has dropped many emoji. I believe he's got the 2-month badge as well. Mark's Music Obsession, which is awesome. The Electra badge, love it. Mark is saying that it's cold in Florida today. My weekend was good. It's hot. It's mid 70s here, which is hot for me. Almost too hot. I'm like, let's go back to 60s. Mid 70s. I feel myself burning a little bit, but it's beautiful. Beautiful day today. It seems like we've got opposite weather where you are, with what you're dealing with, Mark's Music Obsession. So thank you for dropping also the link to my Discord channel in the chat. I pinned it up at the top. Mark's Music Obsession, always on top of things. So thankful for that. We do have a Discord channel as well. Come join us in Discord if you dare. It's free. It's just another way to keep the communication going on. Have been having some really cool conversations on Discord, and one of the frequenters to my channel, Jeffrey Beats, who lives in Australia, just recently went to, what is the con called? He went to a con there. And the cool thing is he shared pictures. Supernova Comic Con, I guess, was in Australia. And it was awesome just to see his experience of walking through the con, took pictures. I always love seeing the cosplay and the celebrities or the comic artists that are there. So he posted that up on Discord, and I love that. I love that kind of connects our worlds together. How would you ever get to see those kind of things, unless you were connected on social media and YouTube and Discord and all that kind of stuff? So it's fun. It's fun. We have all sorts of different threads going on in there. It's a work in progress, but I enjoy the communication that I've had so far with all of you, and I just love how everybody is just contributing different things there. So come on, join. The link's in the top of the chat. Awesome to see you. Timmy Mello, channel member. Hey, chat, Timmy Mello. What's up?
And the Guardians are headed to October.
I don't know if that means it's cold where you are, Timmy Mello. It's good seeing you here. I read some news about the Cleveland Guardians. Some controversy going on with a couple of the pitchers, I think. I don't know. I read a news blurb on that. I was like, uh-oh. I almost posted that in Discord. Timmy Mello is in there. I almost posted it, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't mean to drum up any controversy for Timmy Mello's Guardians. But good seeing you, my friend. Let's see, who else is here? We need some kiwi jello salad for that baby. Yes, I played the lime jello salad video. I actually haven't watched it in a long time, and I decided to throw it at the top of this stream. And it reminded me, I was like, oh, maybe I should make that for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's coming up here in the States in a couple weeks or so. And I thought, maybe that. I mean, it kind of fits the holiday spirit. It is kind of bizarre. But for those of you who are not familiar, I made one of the subscribers to my channel, Lindsay Rose. I don't know if she's in here or not yet, but she shared that recipe with me. I was curious enough that I actually made it, and then I ate it on stream. You can go back and watch it. What does that have to do with comics? Absolutely nothing, but it was really fun, and it was surprisingly tasty. So I might have to make that, maybe for Thanksgiving. We'll see. We'll see coming up here. Timmy Mello says, yeah, I'm hanging in there. Just had a busy work week, so I haven't been as active. No problem, Timmy Mello. Glad you're doing okay. Cranberry Langers, yo, I'm not here. Hey, everybody.
This is a cranberry full of power.
I would say Cranberry Langers is probably the most active missing chat member that I've ever met. He's always not here, and yet he is always here. So I'll take it, Cranberry Langers. It's awesome having you when you do show up. Channel member Cranberry Langers. Let's see. Where are we? Mark's Music Obsession says the lime jello looks terrible, but I'm sure it's good. It's pretty good. New Zealanders are Kiwis. Oh, gotcha. I was thinking kiwi. Everybody's talking about the kiwi baby. Oh my goodness, what was that? I think that was... What was that? Oh, that was a... weird. That was a coaster. The Kiwi Baby is something that I play my Kiwi Baby video whenever we get like super chats or gift memberships or whatever. So if something happens to drop in this channel, maybe I'll play it and you'll understand. But that is an ongoing thing with my show. So much work for an edible... This was the comment that had me cracking up. So much work for an edible lime green jello cosmic cube, for sure. As if there will ever be a bigger one than Web 1 Rocky. You wait, Mark's Music Obsession. Wait till you see the choices I've picked for today. They are pretty huge. And both in size and in impact. They're pretty awesome. I'm really excited about sharing those with you guys. The only chance if he does a Mo Biggs master study where he makes artistic renditions of my pig feeder lady lore. Yeah, that would be a contender, Mo Biggs. Also, another part, a part of the mythos of this stream. Michelangelo. No, I don't think I could do a master study of Michelangelo, although many of an artists have done studies of Michelangelo. I could maybe draw Michelangelo the turtle, but not Michelangelo the artist. That would be scary. While you list your previous master studies, I'll take attendance. Type here or present. Mobius was definitely a favorite. Nice. I love that Mobius one too. That one was the one where I really discovered the joy of inking with a dip pen. I really, really like that one a lot. And I wasn't sure if I would. Mo Biggs taking attendance. Everybody's saying no, they're here. What is going on? No Lindsay Rose. Cranberries tardy. Emo trash absent. Sumo Thori not in attendance. Man, this is depressing. Comrade Sammy playing hooky or lurking. Possibly. I am here. No, I'm yapping. This is amazing. Wow, this is amazing rundown here. Katie having a cup of, wow, you got a great memory. Michael Bancroft, late and gay as always. I think I'd rather take yapping than late and gay. I think, yes, I definitely would rather take the yapping label on that. The Devil's Dozen, they say. Shanthan Jetty art missing, presume busy. Oh my goodness. Pitiful. What is going on here? No wonder Mo's all wound up. He actually won a membership. Yes. Yeah. Hit the 80s here earlier today. Okay, let's see. If I remember correctly, Mo Biggs, you are in SoCal, right? So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's weird. It's a heat. We just had, it wasn't that hot last week. And then now all of a sudden heat. Then that means probably tomorrow will be foggy. That's the way things go here. But we are in beautiful weather season right now, at least for the area that I live in. So yeah. I may have found an old crack rock stash as well. Okay. I'm actually sick like a dog in 30 degrees temperatures. Oh, geez. That sounds miserable. Ugh. I would not. Yeah. I'd loan you 5 degrees outdoor heat. There you go. So, yes, you know of the news as well. I don't know if that was, that was the first time I ever heard of it. Basically, I think there was like a pitcher who might allegedly involved in some betting, maybe throwing some games or something. I don't know. But that was the first I heard of it. Not that I'm on top of Cleveland Guardians news. So I figured you might have already known about that news. But yeah, there's all sorts of weird I mean, I think we all knew it always happened with sports betting as far as players being involved, but now it's starting to come out. And I think because it's getting some news play, everybody's scrutinizing everything, and more things will come out. So we'll see what happens. Alan Lau says, why you hate coasters?
What?
I'm a computer.
That is one thing that I posted in Discord. Welcome Alan Lau was a few people were asking one of the streams ago, what the heck was your soundbite and what was being said, which is, hey kid, I'm a computer. Came from those Fensler film videos of G.I. Joe, knowing's half the battle kind of redubs. So I was able to post that on Discord, that video. I don't know if you guys watched it, those of you who are on Discord. Hilarious. I could watch those all day. Amazing. And funny that you should be here, Alan Lau, because this book came with an Alan Lau drawing inside already. Oops, sorry. Right there. Alan Lau. Isn't that funny? Alan, I have to remember. So it's funny because we created these spots on this book, and I'll zoom in here really quick once I catch up on the chat. But we created these 3 spots on the inside cover of this book. The frontispiage maybe is what the official term is, where we could sign it, draw it, do little doodles in it for people who bought it, purchased it, because we sold these predominantly at conventions. I remember there got to a point where we were like, okay, we were trying to do like custom drawings every time, but then we got to a point where like, we can't possibly like reinvent the wheel every time. So then we got into this rhythm of like, we all started drawing the same drawing every time. I mean, slightly different variations, but each one picked one of the little Lost Ghost characters and then just like focused on it and drew it in each one of our boxes. So I had to back up in my brain and go, what was the drawing that I did, the sketch that I did for this little square as I looked at this empty page? So I think I got it. We'll see, because I'm going to draw that. I'm going to draw that here in a second. Lindsay Rose, speak of the devil. Here she is.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Lindsay is tardy but present. She's like, what? Mo Biggs was taking attendance early on, and we had some issues. It's buffering, Mark's Music Obsession says. Tell me, anybody else? Hopefully it's not still buffering. I don't see any buffering on my side, but let me know if it is, if it's still continuing. Lindsay Rose says, I'm only 24 minutes late. I'm only 30 minutes late, Lindsay Rose. So yeah, there we go, 30. Channel member Lindsay Rose dropping the 30 emoji. And she's here for the yapping. That's right. Nice. And the lime jello. She is the originator of that lime jello recipe. Supposed to rain tomorrow. Oh, is it going to rain for us? I hope not. Tomorrow? No, we're supposed to get rain on Wednesday and Thursday. Ugh. But yeah, today is 75, high of 76 today. That's usually how it is. It's like we get teased with like really nice weather, and then the next day it's like, no, just kidding. Going back to the fog. But it's okay. I can't complain. Both players are pretty much going to jail. There you go. I guess the evidence is stacked against them. So we'll keep an eye on that news blurb. Sports betting, there's always going to be controversies in life, from shoeless Joe Jackson to pantsless Michael Jackson. Stop it. Oh, man. Michael Jackson. I was just listening to his album. I'd mentioned last stream how much I love Michael Jackson stuff. So I was just listening to his album recently. Comrade Sammy's in the house. She's present. 28 minutes has gone by. I haven't missed a thing. Yeah, that's good. I'd like to think I'm doing a public service here with shooting the fat and yapping. Gives everybody a chance to walk in without missing anything important. It's like you can slide in before the attendance is taken, although Mo Biggs handled that well just now. But yeah, it's just giving you a chance to get in here. My internet died for a couple minutes. Oh boy. Hope I didn't do anything to kill that. Yes, Alan Lau, Little Losco, blast from the past. I asked about Alan's sound clip. Watched the video it came from. Hilarious. That's amazing. Can't find a copy of that book, Mark's Music Obsession says. Really? Yeah, I mean, actually, I shouldn't be surprised because I was more surprised that Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 did find a copy of that book. So, yeah. That concept was clearly ahead of its time. I see so many characters at Pop Mart that look like that now. Absolutely 100% true. And I think I think somebody of those characters create, those characters with the like space helmets. Somebody saw our book. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, you're 100% true. 100% right, Alan Lau. I feel the same way. If Mark says it's buffering, his landline is as stable as it's get. We were obsessed with those parody G.I. Joe clips. Cry laughing when we first saw them. I can't imagine how many times we watched that. Like, it was amazing. They were ahead of their time, and they're still funny, which is incredible. So yeah, I love what they did. It was really amazing. Just incredible idea, and execution was really good. We have that magical combination of wind, rain, and snow outside. I can't even picture that right now. Mark's Music Obsession says, chewing the fat is the best. Thank you very much. I'll be pulling a comrade's hammy because I had to finish painting a wall. Wow. Why is it when people are always lurking in my channel? Not always, but a lot of times lurking in my channel. They're doing some sort of like house improvement. That's amazing. Painting a wall. All right. Go to it, Lindsay Rose. That sounds good. And make sure you tape properly with masking tape. You got to get good masking tape for painting walls so that you get the trim really nice and clean. Otherwise, it could be a disaster. Jeffrey Beats, man of the hour, says, "Good day, legends."
10% bogan, 50% bogan, 100% bogan.
Sorry I'm not joining. Oh, getting a splint for my daughter's broken finger. Youch. We'll watch tonight. Have a great one. Thank you for saying hello, Jeffrey Beats. Sorry to hear that about your daughter's finger. Holy cow. Thank you for all that you posted in Discord, but yeah, go get that taken care of. That's no fun. Hopefully it's not a finger on a dominant hand. I've never actually broken a finger or a digit. So yeah, I have never experienced that, but, that could be a bummer. That could definitely be a bummer. How did she break it? I mean, you don't have to tell us, but I'm always wondering like how people break it. My wife, to this day, we met somebody one time who, how do we meet this? It was just a random parent who was telling us like one day, oh yeah, I remember, it was like at swim lessons for our kids. And this parent came one day and he had a broken finger splint, if I'm not mistaken. And we're like, oh, what happened? And he said, I broke my finger fixing my bed, like fixing the sheets on my bed. And we were like, what? So apparently, I guess it was too tight or something, but he was pulling the sheets on his bed, like the fitted sheet, and pulled it too hard and dislocated his finger or broke his finger somehow. And we're like, whoa, that's crazy. But after that day, every time I put sheets on the bed, my wife's like, you better be careful. You could break your finger. And I'm like, by fixing a bed? Like how? That would be really sad if I did that. But she has it in her mind that is probably one of the most dangerous things to happen to my finger. It would suck to break a finger though, but yeah, I've never done it and I don't want to do it. So I refuse to fix beds anymore. Yeah. How devastating would it be if I missed the chance to vote for a difficult page for you to draw? All of them are difficult. I'll give you that. So it's really going to be a crapshoot of how difficult is the most difficult page. Like what you deem as most difficult for me to do, because they're all difficult and it's going to be twice the difficulty because I'm doing a double pager this time around. If any of your neighbors are home, start singing about how fun it is to paint. It worked for Tom Sawyer, Lindsay Rose. That That's right. Pork chop sandwiches. One of our favorite phrases from that, we would just bust it out anytime. We'd be like, body massage. It was so good. Really good. Cranberry Landers is still not here. Well, darn it. Love how larking is now called pulling a Comrade Sammy. That's right. I'm here, but I'm not here. Bog standard cranberry response. Yes, Rocky. Thanks, Rocky. I'll be afraid to peel that tape off. You got to get the good tape. Don't skimp on the tape. That's my only advice for any kind of wall painting. It's more expensive, can be really expensive, but if you get bad masking tape, it's like pointless to mask at all. So I've seen some really good painters. We've had good painters before when we did like home remodeling, and they didn't even use any tape. They just freehanded it, and that blew my mind. Like in intricate places too. It wasn't just rolling it on the wall or whatever. It was like tight corners and weird spots, but they would freehand it because they were so good. But for those of us who don't have that talent, I would say invest in the good masking tape. Timmy Miller says, I've had finger splints numerous times from playing sports as a kid. I absolutely hate those. Yeah. I've never broken a bone, knock on wood, or had a cast or anything like that. So, but yeah, I don't want to. I'm so nervous around my hands too, just because I'm an artist and like so much of what I do is based on my hands. So hands and eyes, yeah, freak me out. As a kid, I jammed the same finger 5 or 6 times playing basketball. Fortunately, never broke any. That's just as bad though. Yeah, when it's like swell. I have jammed my finger before playing basketball and swells up. Can't really do anything about it. I did. Oh no, that's not true. I said I haven't broken any bones. I broke my ribs. I cracked my ribs a couple years ago. That was not fun. And that was the first bones I broke, I think, in my body. And that one, you can't really do anything. You can't cast it. It's just painful. It was really painful. And I broke it by like coughing. I mean, I fell down the stairs first, but then and I was kind of okay after that. That sounds crazy. I fell down the stairs with my favorite cat and landed really badly on my ribs. And I felt okay afterwards. I mean, I was shooken up, but I felt okay. And then I happened to be dealing with a really bad cough too. And a couple days later, I was just coughing, hacking, and I coughed. And I just felt like somebody stabbed me in the ribs. And I think that cough like snapped it, but it's pretty bad. The closest Rocky ever came to... Oh, no. And we're back to talking about tape. It's true. Amazing. It's all full circle here, people. I've seen a number of Sean's streams where he's like, oh, I used to live in the same town as this guy, or this is how Rocky met. And there's some amazing stories surrounding his life. But me, it's just like it comes back to tape. It all revolves around tape. That's it. Comrade Sammy says, all difficult, you say? I like the sound of that. It is. It's really bad. Can't wait to see the page I vote for lose again. Mark's Music Obsession. Hey, you got a whole cover, man. Lindsay Rose says, I'm definitely not freehand good, and I fractured a toe once. That is bad. My wife's done that before. That is not cool. For such a small bone in your body, man, when you hit that toe or you fracture it, that is the most painful thing. Mark's Music Obsession said, I've had several casts, many stitches, was an accident-prone kid being hyper and all. Huh. Yeah, I would say I wasn't one of those crazy kids that like bounced off the walls, but I definitely had I was more adventurous than I would say now. And then maybe it's because I didn't grow up in like a super urban environment. So, we would be like, it's totally like Goonies or like E.T. We would be riding our bikes in our neighborhood, huge subdivisions. And at the time where I lived, they had these incredibly huge gutters, like sewer pipes in front of all the houses to protect from like rainy season. And so we would take our dirt bikes and we would like go down into the sewer thing and then like launch up. And we weren't wearing bike helmets or anything like that. That was really fun. And I'm surprised I didn't break any bones or anything doing what we did. But yeah, I know there's some kids that are accident prone, or they have no sense of danger or anything. And I wouldn't say I was, averse to anything dangerous like I am now as an adult. But at the same time, I wasn't like a daredevil that would be like leaping off buildings or parkouring it anywhere. I don't know. Tape's important, I guess. I don't know. Mark, see, you just got to think of the silver lining. That's right. That's right. Phil's in the house. What's up, Zaid Comics? I need to give you a sound, Phil. Thanks for coming in. I was in one of the chat of one of Phil's streams a few days ago, and he was sharing about his printing process. No idea that he actually had access to a print shop, which I think is connected to the arcade store that he works for, and how he uses that print shop to print their books and stuff. That is so cool. Really awesome hearing about that. Can't wait to get the book that he's just recently printed, or is printing and fulfilling, The Man with No Strings. You can get that on his website, zaidcomics.com. Looks really cool. The ash can looks really cool. I can't wait to see that. And I'm going to be very extra scrutinizing of the printing process, just knowing that you're hand printing those. That's awesome. So super excited, and I would can't wait to see the quality and just how that stuff turns out. I didn't order there's like a newsprint version. I didn't get that one. I got the standard, well, maybe it was the black and white cover. I can't even remember which one I ordered. I was debating between the two, but I believe he said everybody who orders gets a newsprint something or other. Maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Phil. So that'd be cool. I love to see the newsprint printing. There's something about seeing comics printed on newsprint, which is that extra nostalgia, something. So yeah, it'll be really cool to see that. Thank you so much for showing up here, Zaid, Phil. I invent new ways to stop my toes. The worst part is that 5 seconds of numb contemplation with the 7 cycles of regret and grief as your brain processes the pain before it registered is the worst. It really is. Yeah, it's just like hitting your funny bone, it can be debilitating too, right? It's like we don't think we really need our pinky toe, but when it's broken, gosh, it'll stop you from being mobile. It'll stop you from wanting to live when you stub that tiny toe. So I feel you, Timmy Mello. Big Boy Burgers is also in the house. He's ready to vote, I think. I think you got the black and white cover. Yes, I think I did. I think you did. I'm a sucker for black and white art. So I think I did. That sounds familiar. Weird. Since Big Boy Burgers showed up, I'm counting more names present than people. Interesting. All right. Hit that like, you guys. I think I caught up. Amazing. Didn't take me an hour to catch up this time. I'm trying to trim it down. I'm talking too fast. But what we're going to do next, I just mentioned it, is we are going to get to this quick commission drawing. I'm a little nervous. I don't want to screw this up. But here we go. This is the book I was talking about, Little Lost Ghost Volume 1, that Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 just sent, mailed to me. And I'm honored that he would want me to sign it. I'm honored that he tracked it down and found it and mailed it to me. Really cool. So yeah, this is the interior page that we would draw our little commission drawings. There was 3 of us founders of the company that produced this book. And this is in the chat right now, Mr. Alan Lau. This was his drawing. So whoever Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 got this from apparently got Alan's drawing, but didn't get mine, which I'm going in the middle spot here, or our friend Brad's. So I don't even know I'm so curious of what the story is here. I think they were selling it because they were sad they didn't have my drawing. That was probably it, right? Like, or Alan Lau was selling it because he has a whole bunch of these piled in his house that he only drew in. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But here we go. I'm going to draw here. Let me make sure my hands are... It's like I feel like they're so sweaty. I'm a little nervous to do this. Because again, I don't want to screw this up. That would be horrible to screw this up on stream. But I'm going to cover this with a little Post-it here, Alan. I don't want to smear your beautiful, beautiful drawing with my sweat, my sweaty hands. And then the other thing, I was doing a couple tests last night with pens just to get like geeky with the tool talk again. But I was doing some tests on a smooth like Bristol of the pens, and look how smeary these all got. I don't want to send you a book back, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, that has dirty handprints all over it. That would be horrible. So I'm going to go with the Sharpie. The Sharpie was the cleanest one. This it actually didn't smear here. This was my dirty fingers from touching all the other ones. But amazingly, all these, I have a ton of like brush pens, and all of them smeared on this smooth Bristol surface. I was pretty surprised. I thought some of them would, you know, they're permanent pens, so I thought they would. Maybe because it's a smooth surface. This paper probably would not smear as bad as this smooth Bristol, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm gonna do it in Sharpie because I do remember we did a lot of these drawings in Sharpie and they held up fine. So yeah. Let's get going on this. Rocky was caught lacking. Maybe. Yeah. I'd be more worried about spilled speedball ink than sweat running a sketch. You know what? That's why I'm not pulling out the speedball ink on this one. It's a little dangerous. We got to go with like self-contained permanent ink in our Sharpie pen. Comrade Sammy says, don't be nervous, Rocky. Half of your usual audience is missing, so there's just some of us here to judge you. Wow, that hurts. Comrade Sammy. The important cool kids are here. That's right. You guys are here. That's all that matters. Okay, so I believe that the name of the little lost ghost that I drew in this book whenever I had to sign it was, I believe her name, and if Alan Lau's still here, he could confirm this with me. But I believe her name was Misdemeanor, and her point, she was kind of this criminal, like a sci-fi criminal. So I do remember drawing her head in here, and we'll get to it too. So one of the cool things about the Little Lost Ghost series that I loved was we were really big on the helmet aspect of it, and I think I might have shared with you guys a little bit ago that we were in talks. We were really close to a Hong Kong designer producing some designer toys based over designs. That was the whole point of why we created this IP and the character and the world and all that. And one of the things we wanted was the toy to have this like helmet. We thought it would be so cool to have this like sci-fi bubble helmet on the character, and we were close to it, man. And now you see it a lot. Like Alan, I was saying, if you guys know the store Pop Mart, which they sell designer toys, most of them are Asian companies. I think they're a Hong Kong based company, Pop Mart is, but they're really popular. There's several locations in where I'm at, like in malls and stuff like that, and people are lining up to get these collectible toys, these limited edition toys. And some of the popular ones right now, they're like these kind of gothy looking girls with space helmets on. So we're like, where did you get that idea? I mean, not that it's like a super original idea, but the design's pretty similar. So it's possible. I should have warmed up. I'm like, I don't know how to draw. Yeah, but man, it would have been so cool to have this like bubble helmet. Like when you see that on toy designs, to see like a see-through clear helmet and like a cool like vinyl head sculpted inside. It's really awesome. Man, I'm having flashbacks to drawing this character. This is bizarre. And then the other thing that we were trying to explore with this was we thought it would be cool if each one of these characters had like a side character attached to it, like connected somehow. And I think you guys remember when I was flipping through this book, like this character that Alan drew, she had this little worm character. We called the character Mute. This is the character that Alan drew. And it was this like snake character that was plugged into her head. So this one that I'm drawing right now, she has like a little keystone copper attached to her with handcuffs. I think we called them cuffs. I think was the name. So yeah, as we were drawing, I remember the first few we did, we would like take all this time and we were drawing, and then we realized because we were at conventions and people were buying it, like people would line up to get our drawings, and we realized really quickly, like we can't take this long, so we had to come up with a shorthand and start doing the same drawing over and over again. So that's where this drawing came. Bloop, bloop. And you know what I'm going to do too? I was thinking, just because Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, I think I'm going to draw a little cuff up here. All right, let me let me catch up here. It's a Judge Emo is yet to arrive. Timmy Mello and Judge John. Timmy Mello's here, right? Yeah, he's here. I can barely see the drawing. Oh, sorry. My hands are too big. John's here. Wait, you started without me. Start over.
He goes, what's your name? He goes, John.
That's going to be hard, John. It's okay. I was taking attendance in the chat earlier. That's right. Says his name and he appears. I believe in John. Nice. Cute ghosty. Yes. I'm always judging Rocky. Might as well his art too. Nemo has been messaged a link. She has been a little missing lately. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, I'm gonna draw a little cuff up here too, which is the character I just mentioned is attached to Misfit. So I think that'll be a fun little extra something up here. I was basing it off the design that I did. I was basing it off of those like keystone copper characters, but I made it a little sci-fi robot. So, but they had those funny, like, tall hats. But I imagined him being like the police of whatever sci-fi world it was, and then he would be leading this character around in handcuffs. This would have been fun. This would have been a fun little series to work on if we ever had gotten the chance to do it. Whoop. I think my hands are so sweaty too because it's hot outside. I went walking this morning and man, it was really hot. Look at that little dude. Dang it, I gotta draw these chains now. Holy cow. I forgot. That's one of the worst things to draw. Chains. Because if you don't draw them right, they look weird. Like, I can't imagine the artists that are like regular artists on characters with a lot of chains, like Ghost Rider or Spawn, and just having to draw these dang links everywhere. Okay, we'll have the link come around here. Sure. We'll link it to the box. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Waka, waka. Sorry for the sound effects. You guys know me. There we go. And Alan Lau signed this in, it looks like he signed this in 2009. That's how old this is. And I'm doing this in 25. There you go, Mr. Monkey Boy, 1969. There you go, your commission. We didn't screw it up. Hope you enjoy that. Timmy Mellis says, chains are so tedious. They absolutely are, but they're very critical. Are we not going to get a vote? You are getting a vote. That we're doing that after this, Lindsay Rose. I just wanted to squeeze this in because I know I had to get this out for Mr. Monkey Boy, 1969. Zade Comics says, I'm thinking about joining this. Do it. It's pinned at the top. You can always join and then not participate, Phil. I mean, what's the point of that? I mean, you can, though. Just try it out. Just try it out. It's weird. I was very hesitant in joining Discord myself, and it's odd. It's weird. It's just like, oh, is it another thing you have to maintain? But there's some cool stuff that has already come out of it. We're trying to do, or at least I like to I have a section where we do like artists that inspire us. So I've added a lot of images of different things because I liken it to like when you're just hanging out with friends and talking about a certain artist. You're like, dude, look at this artwork. And hey, I just posted up a folder on Google Drive with all this artwork by this artist I like. That's kind of what I'm trying to do on Discord for certain artists that I'm inspired by. So, we've done Jay Lee, Alex Toth, Nick Dragotta, Joe Mad just recently did, Charles Vess, John Romita Jr. So just as discussion, like some people say, oh, I saw this book by this artist, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that would be a great artist to add some reference on the Discord channel. So it's been awesome to see stuff from down under where Jeffrey Beats is, like his world there as far as comics. We have a thread called the Super Duper Comic Club, and we just conversations people have about certain books we've reading. So yeah, come join, just see if you like it. It's cool. It's kind of a cool added thing. And as you know, because you have your own YouTube channel, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969, I'm going to send this with a Post-it in here just in case this stuff smears. Shouldn't, because it's a Sharpie, but I'm just going to do it just out of the abundance of precaution as it gets mailed out. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, having your own YouTube channel, that you can't put all your eggs in one basket. So that's another reason why I've decided to invest some time into Discord, because on the chance of this channel all of a sudden saying, hey, we're going to take your channel away, and you've taken the time to build up this community in YouTube and it's just gone in an instant. I think maybe you have like a mailing list through your website. I don't have anything like that. So I've started Discord just to continue the community and diversify where it is. So there's Discord, there's YouTube, and then I've mentioned this before too, I have a Fourth Wall site, and that's more like a Patreon thing where you can support me on a monthly basis. Right now, I'm not selling any original art. I will eventually. I'm getting to that point, building to that point, either merch, original art, and then, hopefully getting to that point where I produce my own comic and launch it on a store built on Fourth Wall. But it's like Patreon. And what I'm doing for the people who are Fourth Wall members and they pay for that monthly subscription, it's only $6 a month. I'm giving them access to high-res scans of all the master studies. So the master study we're going to vote on today, the Jack Kirby one, that one, once it gets done in 5 years, or not 5 years, but, when it gets done, I'll do high-res scans of like the whole process, the pencils and the inks, and post those up on Fourth Wall so that, some people just love to see the artwork a lot closer and look at the details, and you can see all the, imperfections and everything like that. So that's exclusively for my Fourth Wall members. So yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun and games and just trying to figure out this YouTube thing. So, but Discord is kind of a cool thing. Come join. Rest of the country is experiencing cold front. Rocky says it's really high here today. I don't know what's going on. Mo Biggs is not happy that Phil is considering Discord. Are we not getting a vote? Yes, you are. We're going to get to that right now. Welcome to the more fun, Phil. Link is pinned in the comment. That's right. Come join. Going to paint Lindsay Roses. All right. Good luck, Lindsay Rose. We're rooting for you. It's going to be awesome. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. I'm going to pack this up later today, and I will ship this out in a day or so. So expect this in the mail soon with the commission that you just saw drawn live on stream. That's kind of cool. All right, let's get to this vote. I will catch up here. Let's see. Rocky, a little unknown trivia. The recycled mailer I sent Web1 to you came to me from Rise Again Comics and originally contained a book with a Rocky B page. Nice. Now that's the kind of recycling I like to hear. Mark's Music Obsession is referring to the crowdfunded book produced by Von Klaus called Terror in the Trenches. And that was actually at the beginning of the time that I started discovering YouTube and just the independent comic book world on YouTube. A lot of that came from my buddy Shanthan Jetty. You guys know Shanthan Jetty art. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't. And Von Klaus for Terror in the Trenches had a fan art contest that I joined in on, drew that character Terror in the Trenches, just because I thought it was just a cool pulp, kind of dark, gritty, independent character. And amazingly enough, won that contest. And so one of the prizes was you get printed in his book. So that's the book that Mark's Music Obsession is talking about. Volume 1 of Terror in the Trenches. I got a picture, an image that a pinup that I drew in there in that book. So that's awesome, Mark. That's great trivia. First we had RAR, and now we get the bloop bloops. That's it. I hesitated to join in Discord for a while, but it is like cloistered X, which is cool, not an X, so Discord just made sense. John definitely has been a big supporter of Discord. And I'm not going to lie. He was somebody's like, hey, try this out. Sent me some links to other Discord channels, and it's been fun. So good advice. That is Von Klaus. Yes. YouTube likes pushing creators around. Absolutely. Rocky is diversifying harder than 2016 Marvel. Just the last coat of a light color over a dark color. Ooh, that's dangerous. Light colors over dark colors. That's hard. Good luck. Good luck with that. Yeah, I've downloaded all the scans from Fourth Wall. Mark's Music Obsession has. John's asking, are you the only Fourth Wall member? I don't know. I haven't checked recently. Maybe, but that's okay. The Fourth Wall membership is called Groundbreakers, and these are just people that hopefully believe in what I'm doing and are helping me break the ground of setting up the empire. No, like setting up, the ground for, as I continue to build this out and produce more art to connect with you all. That's what it's for. So I appreciate it so much. People who are willing to go out on a limb and support me in that way. It's very much appreciated. I'm trying to make it worthwhile for them to do that as best as I can. Link is in the pinned comment. Was supposed to be a riff on drawing links. It was lame. Could have just left that as trying to help save out. Yeah. Now that's the kind of recycling I like to hear. Rocky's starting to sound like a Captain Planet villain. That was the worst, best show ever. Some of those Discord servers still exist too. Yes, that's true. Cranberry Langers is back in the house just in time for us to start talking about the next Master Study Cranberry. A drive-by Cranberry will take the OG Groundbreakers will not be forgotten. Never, ever looking you dead in the eye will ever be forgotten. Trust me on that. I would make a joke about cranberries coming and going, but it's low-hanging fruit. Wow. All right, are you guys ready? Are you ready to get your Kirby on? This is going to be so good. All right, let's do this. Boom. Jack the King Kirby. One of the... If you don't know, if I'm the first time you're hearing of Jack Kirby, wow, it is a privilege and an honor to be that person for you. But I'm guessing not, knowing the audience that we have here. Jack Kirby, rightly deemed the king, was one of the originators and original creators, along with Stan Lee, of some of the most iconic comic book characters of all time. We're talking about the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, Captain America, the Avengers, Thor, Silver Surfer, like all these characters. And he was also a monster artist in that he produced so many monthly books at one time. I don't know what the top count was that he was doing on a monthly basis, but it was crazy. Like, he was just so prolific and worked extremely hard. And he just created the language of superhero comics, like was one of the first to really figure that out. How does that work? A lot of the comics prior to them starting Marvel Comics were like westerns and horror comics and some military comics. So those were like the adventures that people were really into and that took comic book form. And then we got like, you know, the Siegel and Schuster were doing Superman. So that was kind of stepping into this world. And then Jack and Stan just took it to another level, in my opinion. I'm a Marvel boy at heart, so I definitely have a bias towards the work that they did. But Kirby, if I had to like sum him up in a few adjectives, like his stuff was dynamic, it was exciting. Every panel and every page would just be in your face, and he did that at the sake of like sacrificing realism, and was more about just making things exciting and fun and just bending reality. So I'm a huge fan. And when I was a kid, actually some of Jack Kirby's Fantastic Four work was some of the first comics that I was ever exposed to as a kid, but I never was like a huge Jack Kirby fan at first. And I've heard this story with a lot of comic collectors my age, at least, or my generation, that Kirby wasn't their first pick at the time. You know, I grew up in the like Image age. So it's like Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Todd McFarlane, all those guys. So that's kind of how my brain was wired. But as I got older and looking at more and more Kirby stuff, I just began falling in love with it and seeing how he influenced the generation of artists that I loved. And you go back to it, and not many people can top what Kirby did. And he invented not just cool characters, but also like the lingo of comic books, like the you know, you'll hear some people talk about the Kirby dots of energy, like whenever you see that. See if I can see an example of that. If I have an example of the Kirby energy, the cosmic energy, like it was such a Kirby invention. And we all see it and we just take it for granted now, but it's like, I mean, this is not the greatest, but like this kind of stuff, these like dots, people call it the Kirby dots. I've heard that Kirby was the one who really invented like the impact when people would get punched, and it would, you know, when you draw somebody getting punched, or as a kid, you would draw somebody getting punched, you'd always put the like whammo, like energy of the face getting hit. Well, that was Kirby. Like when that, it looked like people were emitting light from their fists when they were punching people. So yeah, he was just like, here's some great Kirby dots. This like explosion stuff. Just everything was just blasting off the page. Really crazy stuff. Really dynamic stuff. He's drawn this hand jammed in there, like exaggerated the proportions a million times. It's really cool. And I also really appreciate the like line and the what do you call it? The mark making that he would do. He would favor how to make something more dynamic over making it correct, or anatomically correct at least. And I appreciate that a lot. But so many artists, not just in comics, well, I don't want to show that because that's a surprise. But so many artists have been influenced by Jack Kirby. Eric Larson, who is the creator of Savage Dragon, one of the founders of Image Comics. Bruce Timm, you know, all those guys. Even John Buscema, I'd say, was influenced by Kirby. Some Kirby crackle. So cool. This is a great book. Jack Kirby Pencils and Inks. Really good. This was before the artist edition books became popular. This is not actually the 11 by 17 size. And I think, though, Scott Dunbier, was he the one who did this? Yep. Scott Dunbier, who is the creator of that artist edition. You guys have seen me talk about artist editions of a bunch of different artists, which is like the actual at size reproduction of comic book art, the original comic book art, and you can see it, you know, scanned in, beautifully scanned. Scott Dunbier was the one who created that format, and that Kirby book was one of the original books he did, but it was before he really figured out what an artist edition was. So it's a little different. It's like, oh, we can see some original scans, but it wasn't at size. But it's a great book. It's hard to find now, but it's a really great book. So anyway, Kirby, amazing. And the reason why I picked double page, there's so many different images by Kirby that are iconic and can be arguably an amazing thing to do a master study of. But I just felt like a double page spread just gave a little bit more space for the dynamics of what Kirby does. When you think of Kirby, you think he did 1 million double pages spreads, but he didn't actually do that. I mean, he did a lot, but not as many as you would think as I was doing my research. But the ones that he did do are like killer. So, so yeah, all of these that I'm going to show you guys are double pagers. So think 11 by 17 side by side together is the size of these pages. A double page spread naturally gives you more impact, more real estate. So I've seen double page spreads used really well for like establishing shots or, big dynamic splash page introduction of characters. Yes, Kirby does that here. You'll see there's a lot of crowds like throwing in a bunch of characters, or if you focus on one character in a splash or in a double pager, man, you can really push the perspective, the size, the like in your face feeling of the moment. So that's kind of why I wanted to pick a double pager. I thought it would be harder too. And from a technical aspect, how you lay out a double page spread and how you build it like out of the artwork is going to be a little bit different than the standard 11 by 17 comic book page. So that'll be another thing for me to figure out as I do this. So it's a little selfish, but food is here. Back in back. See if I get to vote in. You will. Yeah, hurry back, John. Jack Kirby and his huge head really did house a whole universe of comic characters. It was amazing. It's amazing to run down the list of everything that I should have just Googled it, but of every character that Jack Kirby created. Some incredibly popular, and we all know those characters, like I mentioned earlier, but some more obscure. And even I almost find like some of the obscure ones even more. Like he went even crazier with those. So we'll see. There's a couple in here that I'm going to share with you guys that you'll see. One of my favorite jokes in the chat involved Jack Kirby, but it wouldn't be funny out of context. Okay. Look at the size of the boy's head in a perfect... Look at the size of the boy's head. That was an amazing movie. I prefer his New Gods work most with his style. He did great stuff. New Gods is an amazing, amazing story. That Lady Liberty was gorgeous. Yes. Wish you could gift memberships from the phone because PC only, I believe, marks Music Obsession. Is it really? That's weird. Okay, here we go. First image, guys. So 1, 2, 3. So the way that this is going to work is I think normally I've shared with you guys 3, sometimes 4 images to vote on. We're doing 6. I couldn't narrow it down. 6 images that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to set up, or I've already set up a straw poll, which I will drop in the link at the end of the stream, or, once I'm done showing you all the images, and then you guys can vote. And I'll leave that straw poll open. That's the polling system that we've been using the last few streams. Seems to be working well. I'll leave that straw poll open for 24 hours. We'll see how the vote's gone. I'll pump it up on social media. You guys can send out the link too. So yeah, but 6 different images. So buckle up. This is where we're going to be. Cranberry Langers, thank you so much. Dropping a gifted membership. Wait, who got it? How do we know? I'm gonna drop the Kiwi. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Here's the Kiwi, and then we'll figure out who got the membership. Thank you so much, Cranberry Landers, for gifting that one membership. Who got it, though? Can we see it? It said sent Rocky Ballist one gifted membership. Were you just testing it out? We'll see. Gifted it. Wow, that's the smallest comment ever. Why is that so tiny? Gifted it to the wind. That sounds weird. It's a mystery. That's right. You're welcome. Got to go back. Okay. All right. I'm getting to the image. I wonder if Rocky will sacrifice the gifted membership to gain 666 subscribers. That would be crazy. I guess Cranberry was just testing out the gifted memberships. Okay. First image. See you later, Cranberry Landers. Come back if you can to vote. For sure. Check back later for the vote. Here we go. Captain America. Pow. Look at that image of Cap. Incredible. One thing that I loved about this was, and Kirby does this a lot, where he will do crowd action shots of somebody battling a bunch of characters or whatever, and he would just jam in all their heads and their hands and their fists in there as much as he can. But it just feels really crammed, and I love these weird soldier designs that Cap is fighting. Like it's a great shot of Cap, great expression of him. I love the bold, like his pattern, the Stars and Stripes costume, his shield. He's like whacking that one soldier's head off, pretty much off frame on the right there. It's amazing. If you study Kirby's work, you'll see when he does these kind of crowd shots, he loves to play with like foreground, middle ground, and background. And so here, similarly, I don't think you guys can see a cursor of mine, but you can see that guy in the bottom right, his head is the biggest head. I'm surprised actually, because sometimes you'll see this again a lot in Kirby's work. If he does crowd shots like this, in the foreground, he'll put like a guy's face like, like right there. But in this composition, he has the guy looking straight at Cap. So it's not just fun in games for what Kirby did and is doing. There's all a methodology to it, and it's beautiful. But if you look at it compositionally, look at how many of these angles. And again, I don't think you can see I wish you could see my arrow because I was pointing at it. But look at the composition of where that soldier in the foreground or the guy in the helmet in the foreground is looking. He's looking right at Cap, where it's that arm that is holding Cap is angling us towards his face. Cap's arm with the shield is pointing us directly towards his face. So everything is pointing in the direction of Captain America. So when you open this up, you're like, wow. And then you see Captain America immediately. Great composition. Just fun, intense action. And I just love that you can see the guys with their helmets on. This guy's getting his helmet ripped off. This guy's getting punched in the face. Super cool. And then I love this hand in the foreground. Kirby did some of the craziest hands, but this hand in the foreground holding this hammer, like it just adds like this nice dimension that pops up there in the middle. Just super cool image. Great colors. I can't imagine most of the images that I'm sharing with you guys. Oh, that's not true. I think half and half are color and black and white. I love the black and white ones more, but the color ones, like this kind of coloring, is really good. Works really well with Kirby's art style. So I love the colors on this. Not that I'm reproducing the colors, but I love the colors on this. No Cap, but Cap is the best. For real, for real. Really? You know Cap? I Love Cap. Okay, so this is image 1. I'm going to call it Captain America 1 because I have another Captain America image that I'm going to share with you guys. But keep that in the bank, Captain America 1. And we'll review these all as I go down. But first image, classic. I think Kirby is one of the best Captain America artists out there. I just love his rendition. I love his style when he was drawing Captain America. And it evolved, but I feel like he hit like peak cool Kirby when he was doing it. A lot of it had to do with his inker too. I don't know who the inker is on this particular image, but okay, that's the first image. I said Cap was the best and I wasn't capping. Okay, that's too hip for me. All right, image 2. This is the Demon. This is another character that Captain America, that Jack Kirby was the creator of. Such a cool image. I have never seen this image before, but it's so great. And I just love the pose that the Demon is like, pushed back by this other character, like jumping on his chest. The Demon is a wild character design. And I believe he also rhymed all the time. I think that was kind of his shtick. But really, really cool character, like pushing the perspective crazy on the character. Not your typical pose, but in your face. Like you can imagine reading comic, and then turning to this double page spread and going, wow, like just jumping out at you. So really cool. I believe it's Etrigan the Demon, if I'm not mistaken. And then this book I was looking at had some demon stuff in it too. Like issues from... So the other kind of challenge was... Yeah, this is awesome. The other challenge was Jason Blood. That's right. The other challenge was finding scans that were enough resolution that I could use as my reference for these. Because there was a number of double page spreads I found, but it was really hard to find original scans or high quality scans of the work so that I could use it. So that filtered out some of the options. Here, I'll show you guys this page really quick. There's the demon. There's another demon drawing. So cool. Yeah, wild design. All right, so that's 2. Etrigan, that's right. Yes, he rhymed. That is a great piece, but the Demon is pretty lame. I was never understood his fame. I mean, he wasn't that, I don't know. I think we're probably a little desensitized too in this day and age of like, oh, it's the Demon, but he was kind of a creepy character, not your typical good-looking hero character. Is kind of a dark character, and for the time, probably even felt darker, like a little risque. I mean, calling him the Demon, like you don't normally go that route for a superhero. So I think that was part of it. I've seen some awesome... Oh gosh, do I have that? Bruce Timm did some great, his own version. Let me see it. It's worth looking at. Batman Adventures. Yeah. Okay. And a lot of you guys might have already known this, but Bruce Timm, the main creator, showrunner, designer on Batman the Animated Series, which is amazing. He is highly influenced by Jack Kirby. And a lot of people know Bruce Timm's style, right? So here's Kirby. We're looking at Kirby's Demon. Here is an issue of Batman Adventures that Bruce Timm and Glenn Murakami, who worked with Bruce Timm on Batman the Animated Series, drew. So it's awesome Batman stuff, blah, blah, blah. But just all the dynamics, the anatomy, like totally influenced by Kirby. Look at his. I mean, Demon looked at like a satanic book. So it was probably pretty cutting edge for the time. But look at his Demon. So cool. You can see the Kirby influence, right? The like hands, the way the blacks were spotted here, the Kirby crackle. It's all in Bruce Timm's stuff. And I love Bruce Timm's work. Like you can see that Kirby-ness. That fist, the finishing here. Let me see if I can find more. Here's the, oh no. Look at that. It's so cool. So yeah, this is Kirby, right? And then this is Bruce Timm doing his thing on it with Glenn Murakami. It's really rad. It's great. So Kirby, this fist, screaming face. Good stuff. So yeah, I love it. I mean, I'm a huge Bruce Timm, super influenced by his stuff. So yeah, just to see how he was influenced by Kirby, it's awesome. It's just awesome to see how artists progress. Gone, the form of man, rise of demon. Wow, Timmy Mello. This is how the summon rhyme was. That's awesome. Mo Biggs, Rocky missed that. I made my demon critique rhyme. That is a great piece, but the demon is pretty lame. I've never understood his fame. Yeah, that takes work there. I love it, Mo Biggs. I'm for it. Approved. Found out why I can't gift memberships on the phone. Oh, why is that, Mark? Gift settings unavailable. The ability to enable gift settings is not currently in the YouTube app on phone or other mobile. You must use it. They have weird rules like that for YouTube. I almost feel like those departments, they don't talk to each other. Like the mobile department, desktop department, they don't talk to each other because the functionality is really weird. Where it works on one thing, it should be able to be done on both ideally, but. Okay, here's the third one. OMAC. OMAC stands for One Man Army Crew. Amazing. And another character, obscure character created by Kirby. I love this double page spread. I will show you a version that I found actually in this book, which is why I said earlier I didn't want to spoil anything. In this book is a black and white version, which I actually love even more than this color scan I found. But, I mean, this mohawked character, look at these, like, ladies, like, this weird story about, like, building clone friends. So these women came in, like, boxes. It's crazy. But I love this spread just because it's bizarre, it's weird, and I love Omac's design with the mohawk and the crazy Kirby costume. I love all these like anatomy, this squiggly anatomy. Kirby knew anatomy, but he knew enough to just like break the rules and make it just exciting. When you look at this drawing, there's nothing anatomically correct about this leg, but man, that leg looks like it's like flying 1,000 miles per hour on the page, and it's just exciting to look at, you know. And I think that's more, for me, that's more important than like, whoa, I'd love to see where the thigh muscle connects to the left trapezius or whatever. It's like, I don't care. Like, look how cool that is. So yeah, I really love this page. It's a classic introduction to OMAC. And it's just got enough weird details in there that made me go, wow, that's kind of cool for a double pager. So, yeah, it's weird. One of the opening pages here, I'll show you guys. One of the opening pages to OMAC number 1 is this image. Kind of disturbing, but kind of awesome at the same time. I mean, what the heck? But as a kid, I can't imagine what you're thinking when you look at this. Like, I have to read this book. This is insane. All right, cool. OMAC. These are some other pages from OMAC. I love these guys. These like faceless guys. Super cool. All right, so that is OMAC. Option C. I think Jack Kirby voiced a character in Bruce Timm's Superman show up until his death. I would not be surprised about that. Huge influence on Bruce Timm's work, and much respect to Kirby. Super chats and stickers only on the phone. OMAC backwards is camo. Why isn't he wearing any? Good question. Good question. Why does he have a mohawk? We need more mohawks. I mean, I think I can count on my hand how many mohawked characters there are. There's OMAC. There's Gladiator from the X-Men universe. There's Storm in her 90s Morlock phase. Yondu, earlier version of Yondu at least, from Guardians of the Galaxy. What other Mohawk character? I mean, we have Mr. T, but I mean, he was kind of a comic character, but not really. What other Mohawk characters do we have? Not that many, right? So I think Mohawk is the coolest thing. Like it's a cool style for a comic character. So why not? Why not OMAC? Dan Turpin. Oh, Jack Kirby was the voice of Detective Dan Turpin? Nice. Wow, I did not know that. I know that Rob Liefeld, also creator of Youngblood, Deadpool, Cable, all that, he was a huge fan of Kirby. And so when he wrote the book Prophet, he has a character in there named Kirby. And he looks like Jack Kirby in a sense. He's like short. He's this like grizzled old veteran. But yeah, that was based off of Jack Kirby. Yeah, Storm. That was just one of the best Mohawk versions. All right, here we go. This is Captain America 2, the other Captain America option. Ba-boom. Love this one. That is the coolest Captain America. So much pain and agony in his face. I don't know the story of that this one was taken out of. What's going on here, where that creature is from, or what's the purpose. I guess I could have read closer in the caption. But just so cool. All the pieces and bits and pieces flying everywhere. He spent most of his time working out that pose, and then just threw in all the like pieces of wood and shrapnel. Look how huge that the twist and the muscles in that foreground leg there, and then like the tiny the tiny Captain America left leg behind the shield there. He just always pushes stuff, pushes the perspective, just anything to make it dynamic. And it's inspiring, you know. It's like, even though you don't know anything about this other than it's Captain America, it's like, I want to know what's happening. Like, how did we get to this point? Because it's just such a compelling image. And it just goes to show, it's kind of when you see the book like How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, and John Buscema is the main artist in that book. But again, he had the similar mentality, this Marvel mentality of like, you can draw anything, but you can also make anything exciting, and always choose the exciting option, because comics are a visual medium, and in Marvel's case, specifically superhero comics. And so you want to excite the viewer. You want to have them turn the page and just be excited every time they turn the page. And so whether that's in a battle like this, a monster attacking Captain America, whether that's the reveal of weird body parts in the boxes like in OMAC, or even a character talking to another character, like as exciting and dynamic as you can make it, do that. Pick that option. That's kind of what the Image guys too. They bought into that mentality. They were trained in that mentality, the Marvel mentality, and so you can see it all in their work. It's really, really cool. They killed Turpin off by, of course, Darkseid and his Omega Beam. Ah, dang. I gotta go back and watch those Adventures of Superman Adventures or whatever. I have not watched those in a long time, but those would be really cool. Okay, so this is the fourth one. Excuse me. Captain America 2. We'll call it Captain America 2. And then the poll, when I do the poll or launch the poll, you guys, it has little thumbnail images included, so you won't have to recall what is which. Okay, here's another cool, awesome character that Kirby was the creator of. Black Panther. Black Panther's not even the biggest character on this page, but I don't know. There was something about this image, like the crazy alien in the background with a huge head and the words written on his forehead. The way that the scientists or soldiers are just splayed out in there. And again, look at it compositionally. Like your eye, when you look at this image immediately, your eye jumps to that alien because the head is like the biggest thing there. And it's got all those energy beams pointing towards it. And then, but you follow the posing and the angles off of those soldiers. Those are all deliberately placed in the composition to lead your eye towards the action. So there's no like, he could have easily drawn the poses and the characters and their arms doing different things and all that kind of stuff, but it would like shot your eye off of the page and you wouldn't be seeing what you need to be seeing. So it's like, I see the alien, he's doing some sort of crazy mental thing, and then my eye is drawn to Black Panther and this gal that he's jumping through the scene with. I think I have a black and white version. Yes. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. This color version, you see the weird paste up in the middle, the center seam line? It's like they didn't totally paste it up well, so there's a weird break in the image. But here's the black and white one. But there's something about that black and white one that makes me go like, wow, like that would be so cool to try that. And I don't know how close you guys are looking at your screen, but you can even see in the shadow work that Kirby did. This is something he did so well. His shadows were so dynamic. Like they're not just like, oh, I'm just blacking in the shadow and that's it. Like they had energy to them and direction to them, and the strokes, you know, kudos to the inker on this, but it was seen in Kirby's pencils as well. The directionality and just the like dynamics that's in the mark making added so much to the energy that Kirby would add to a page. So really awesome stuff there. I don't know. I'm some of these pages are just like breathtaking for me, and they're not like your classic, oh, this is a splash page. It's just like so crazy, but just the all the lessons that he's implementing into this page and the artwork of this page are just so mind-blowing. Really cool. I love this black and white version of this image. How long until I can cast my vote for Cap? We got one more. So this is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, one more. So we got 6 options. We'll go through them really quickly once I show you the last one. But this is number 5, Black Panther. All right, here we go. Number 6 and last one. Doctor Doom. Maybe this is timely because of the upcoming Avengers Doomsday movie that is slated for Marvel, kind of in the horizon. And Doctor Doom is now all over the comics just because they're trying to build up into the big movie event. But this is a vertical double page spread, right? So if you can imagine, this is the double pager just rotated vertically. But this is like a great, I believe this was like a pinup or It wasn't in a story, but this was like a character page of Doctor Doom. Love it. Love the Kirby hand pointing at the camera. It's classic Doctor Doom. I love the hand lettering too behind his head. The soldier in the background. Latverian castle back there. The crazy gnarly branch. Like even that wood branch that he drew in the foreground, it's just like there's just Kirby energy coming out of it. Really cool. Awesome page. Vertical would be hard, but you know, hey, double pager. But really, really cool image there. And it's just this like classic hero pose or villain pose in this case of Doctor Doom. Everything about his design, amazing. Great shadow work, great ink work. Really beautiful. Cast thine votes for Doom. If that Doctor Doom was an inch taller, the title would look like Doctor. Yeah, true. Okay, cool. So those are the choices right there. There was a couple other ones that didn't make the cut, but those were my favorites. So I'm going to run through these really quick, and then I will launch the vote on straw poll, and then you guys can all vote. But like I said, it won't be decided on this stream. It'll come. I will check the votes probably in a day and see where we're at tomorrow. And then we'll make the announcement of which one we're doing. So here's the first one. Captain America 1. All these cool soldiers just beating the crap out of him. Caught in the like throngs of a crowd battle. Love it. The Demon. Etrigan the Demon. Mo Biggs' favorite character in all of comics. Really cool. Just jumping out at camera. I love this like... Yeah, you just feel his like tension throwing his body backwards that way as that thing jumped on his chest. Awesome. It's crazy wizard dude in the background. OMAC, one man army crew, and his random body parts in boxes. What the heck is going on with this image? I don't know, but it's awesome. Second Captain America, Mano y Demono. Amazing. Just pure dynamics, pure intense action. I would even do the lettering, the crash, the roar. That stuff's great. That kind of hand lettering is lost art, and I love it. Totally will reproduce that. Oh, and I didn't even realize this page is in Spanish. Cosa? Yeah, it must have been scanned from a Spanish comic. Black Panther. Some crazy mental alien. Hatch 22. Just blasting out. Panther jumping into the fray. Gorgeous woman hanging by his side. And all these like goons being thrown about. And Doctor Doom. Vertical two-page spread, two-page splash page. Just the iconic character art for Doctor Doom in the environment of his medieval castle. Some crazy sci-fi soldier behind him. Love it. So yeah, those are the 6 options. So let me launch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, 2 things. I'm going to launch it on the community tab on YouTube, but I also cut and paste the straw poll link here. Right now, I'll pin it to the chat. And then I'm also going to publish this post on the community tab about this vote. So you can see it both ways. Because there are 6 options, I couldn't do the poll on YouTube how I've normally done it. YouTube only lets you do 4. So that's why we're using the straw poll link. So yeah, go vote for that now. That poll should be live. So far, first vote, Captain America 1. Awesome. So there you go. It includes the straw poll includes. I was able to have it include the images in there, so you don't have to remember or flip back in the stream to see which ones you're voting on. But also remember, these are double page spreads, so 2 pages. I'll be doing this. I haven't quite planned out how that will work. I mean, it's just going to be a bigger piece of art. But yeah, at the end of the day, we'll have a double pager here of this awesome dynamic Jack Kirby art. Unfortunately, they don't allow you to, they don't have the like pie chart with this verse. This is called an image poll, so it didn't include a pie chart in the results. Wow, so far we got 2 votes. 2 votes for the first cap. 2 votes for the Doctor Doom. We're seeing it in live real time right now. Great choices. Did I miss Little Lost Ghosts? Did you miss me drawing the Little Lost Ghosts, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969? You got to be kidding me. That is the worst timing I have ever seen, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. We're not voting on that, so don't expect it to be in the vote, but I actually drew your commission before we started voting. So hopefully, if you missed it, go back and watch the stream in replay. That is hilarious. Mel Big says it's a shame because the demon piece looks really epic if only he has a good character. I mean, sure. You could just vote on it purely because of the art and not the character. But you know, I'm not saying the demon is my most favorite character. I would pick these images based on just the images alone. So, you know, it could go either way. But look at that. We got 3 votes, Captain America 1. 2 votes, OMAC. Check that out. OMAC is not the greatest character, but that image is pretty epic. Doctor Doom has 2 votes as well. 7 votes so far. Cap 2 is nice. Mark's Music Obsession. Yeah, I like Cap 2 too. I do. Yeah. Kirby is one of my favorite Captain America artists. I don't like the second Cap piece. It looks like he's receiving a demon reman and releasing... What? Dude, you can make everything. That is not what is happening in that image. Some of the other images have even weirder connotations than that one. Come on now. Michael Bancroft in the house. El Capitano Amerigo.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Good seeing you, Michael Bancroft. Somebody commented on one of my videos recently and said, hey, I found your channel because of Michael Bancroft. So thank you so much for the recommendation. Michael Bancroft just posted some videos on reading 7 to Eternity, which is awesome because I actually have never read that series. I think I only read the first issue and I was like lukewarm on it, but a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people have told me what an incredible series that is. Some people have even said it's some of their favorite comics of all time. So, yeah, I can't wait to dig on that. I haven't watched that full stream that you did. I just watched the short video, but yeah, I can't wait to watch it and see your take on it because that's one of those series that I've been meaning to read. I just haven't had the chance. It's like that one. Invincible is another one. What was the other one I just borrowed from? Oh, I borrowed this series by Rick Remender, same guy who wrote 7 to Eternity. He wrote a series called Death or Glory that I just found at the library, and the reason why I picked that one up was the artist is a European guy by the name of Bengal, and he's going to be the new artist on Absolute Catwoman. So again, another conversation we had on Discord, but we were talking about Absolute Catwoman. They announced it at one of the cons recently, New York or San Diego. It's going to be a new Absolute series, a spin-off from Absolute Batman, and Bengal was labeled or announced as the artist. So it had me going like, oh, I should check out more of his work. and saw that he did this series with Rick Remender. So anyway, welcome Bancroft. Drop your vote. This is for my Master Study X, or 10th Master Study that I'm doing on Jack Kirby. It's going to be a double page spread. You can see all the images there on the screen right now. And vote via straw poll. You can go back and watch the stream to see the closer up images if you want. I'm going to be keeping this poll open for about 24 hours to see where we go. Hopefully get more votes. Right now we have 8 votes, and Captain America 1 is winning 50% of the votes. 4 of the votes for Captain America 1. 2 votes for OMAC, One Man Army Crew, the weirdest image out of the bunch, I'd say, 25%. And 2 votes for this awesome Doctor Doom vertical double pager, which is just like this awesome character intro. We take for granted all the cool designs that Kirby established. Like, Doctor Doom is so crazy when you think of it, the pieces of different genres that they mix together to him, but he's so iconic now. And, you know, there's a whole effort and a whole what's the word I'm looking for? Initiative to create these stories around Doctor Doom and the character he is in the MCU. And it was all like Kirby, man. Kirby and Stan Lee. Really awesome. Yeah, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. It finished at the beginning of the stream. Yes. Also, after all the... There's a straw poll link. Option C or E seem the hardest, in my opinion. C... Oh, wait. Did this not... I should have... Okay, wait. What was C or E? I even forgot what C or E was. C or E was... This one was F. Oh, OMAC was C. And... Oh, yeah, Black Panther. This one's E. That one's hard. I mean, if you're talking about just lines on a page... For sure. So I'm not, I mean, I'm nervous to start this because it's Kirby and, you know, he's the king. I'm not so worried about the penciling part of it. It's the inking that is going to be insane. And this page even kind of highlights that. Kirby had a number of inkers. And there's many debates on who was the best inker on Kirby. I do love me some Joe Sinnott, however you pronounce his last name, inks on Kirby. I think I love the like clean line finish on his stuff, or like the bold lines, and that's kind of why I like Sinnott's work on his stuff. I don't know if I had done deeper research, I should have found out who inked each one of these, but I love the inking on all the choices that I picked. So there were some images that I saw Kirby do where I was like, the inking, I was like, eh. But yeah, this kind of stuff, this gets me nervous, but also excited to try. Actually, all of them, all the inking on all these, but like in this particular, like all those straight lined action energy lines and all the like shadow energy lines are insane. But really, really cool, and it'd be awesome to just figure out how to do that well. So yeah, now that I look at these images, I'm like, what was I thinking? This is gonna hurt. Splitting the cap vote. Splitting the cap vote. No, it's just... Oh, splitting the cap vote with the other ones. Yeah, maybe. I shall vote for one of those, Comrade Sammy says. So, okay. That sounds good, Comrade Sammy. A vote for Doom is a vote not to be vaporized, although Doom cannot guarantee your survival. Amazing. John asked Mark's Music Obsession, did Michelle vote? AKA Bob's Big Boy Burgers, maybe? John did vote. Okay, awesome. Rocky denies the demon being his favorite character as he pushes for 666. Did we hit that yet? I don't know if we did. No, we're still at 665. We're safe. We're safe. She isn't here and I don't have her account open, John. I'll text her. She must think we're crazy, Mark. Like, she must be like, what is this world that he's part of? Work takes everything out of me. I catnap after work. Oh, I can't believe you missed it, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. But you can watch it on stream. It'll be there for you to catch. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see the image, or do you want to just wait and watch it? I can show you the image again. Cranberry Landers voted. Nice. Oh yeah, it is IP restricted. That's right. We got to keep it a little, we got to keep the voting clean as possible here, So there are some options. You got to keep it. Can't have so many accounts, shadow accounts. I'm glad Michelle wasn't watching when Rocky read my Cap Demon critique, right? I know who that is. Michael Bancroft said. Oh, the person who came over? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Channel member Michael Bancroft. Mo Big says, I never in a million years suspected he would read the entire comment. I showed you, Mo Biggs. Unfortunately. Rocky Michelle votes Dr. Doom. She's in her church group. She can vote at home later if this poll still vote. Yeah, it'll be open. Dr. Doom. Wow. I love that she's at church and she votes Dr. Doom. I mean, maybe it would be even funnier if she voted the demon, but Dr. Doom voting from her church group. Hey, that's awesome. I love that. She voted from the Church of Doom, her Latvian church group. Drop your boat. Still say fourth wall getting 2 votes would help memberships to grow. Just saying. Mark's Music Obsession. You are very influential. And you should be influential because you have been such a great partner to this channel. So I will consider it. Let me ruminate on that. Mark's Music Obsession. Only got 1 this time. MMO always looking for an edge. That's right. My imaginary kids vote A, all 10 of them. Wow, busy man. Michelle does not think we are crazy, Rocky. She knows. Yes. Yes. Sorry about that, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Rocky does that, reads random comments only halfway. I'm taking that off. I'm a conservative fellow. I don't just throw that word around. You know what I mean? This is a family-friendly show, Mo Biggs. Despite your greatest efforts. All right, guys. I think everybody that's here so far is vote. And fear not, you can vote later. We will keep this poll open for another, like I said, 24 hours-ish. So promote it, please do. Draw the link that is pinned in the chat, if you don't mind. Promote it wherever you promote things. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Discord, or YouTube, or however you want, social channels, church groups. Promote it. Because I'd love to get as many votes as possible. We've gotten as high as I think it was like the Barry Windsor Smith. I have to go back and look, but I think the Barry Windsor Smith vote, we got upwards of almost 20 votes, which was kind of cool, I think. So it'd be great to get this one because it is a Kirby and it is our 10th master study. It'd be great to get a lot more eyes on this and a lot more votes and have people chime into it. So spread it around, copy that link. It's in my community tab on YouTube channel. The community post there. It is here pinned to the chat right now. And then I'll also drop the link on X, my X account, and also on Discord later. So yeah, let's spread the word. Let's get other people looking at this and putting in their vote because it'd be great. Lindsay Rose says, I so voted. Awesome. Hopefully, did you finish painting? I say we just call it for Cap 1 now, right? Nice. Mo Biggs, you're gonna make him hesitate. That's right. That's right. That would mean my choice loses again. Mark's music session. There's still time, Mark. I think Michelle needs to get her church group in on this. Like, let's get those people. Come on, like, say our prayer, read a couple verses, and then vote for Dr. Doom. Or wait, your voice was. Sorry, your vote. Which one was your vote, Mark? I forgot. I totally forgot. But yeah, just get them to join in. It'll be all good. It was actually a pretty solid comment critiquing the piece while parodying the demon's cringe rhyming dialogue. Yaps, more votes. Yeah, was it a cap one? Yap one, cap one? No, that was me. Yeah, I think it was Mo Biggs. We got 9 votes now so far. 1 for the demon. Demon came in. Maybe somebody from church voted for the demon. That would be amazing. All right, cool. It's climbing. It's happening. Oh, okay. Mark's music obsession said Dr. Doom as well. Okay, got it. Mark has a little bit of an influence there on Michelle. I'm assuming. Just guess. So yeah, we got the two of those lovebirds on Dr. Doom. Maybe the church group will take it over. I'm calling them out, guys. Out of brotherly love, vote Dr. Doom. Zaid Comics says, I'm going to join that Discord. Do it, Zaid. Do it. We'd welcome you in. We're having a blast. I can see all the mist shadows. Oh, wait. Are we talking about your wall that you're painting? Polly Market has given Cap a 69 chance of winning. Mr. Monkey Boy voted Etrigan. All right. Well done. 2 votes. Etrigan has now moved up in the ranks. Oh my gosh. 40%. Captain America still leading. Captain America 1, Demon 2, OMAC 2, Dr. Doom 2. That's surprising. Zaid Comics says, we need Demon. All right. We need someone with a bigger boat to influence Michelle. Zaid Comics loves the Demon. Okay, awesome. I did not know that. That's cool. Etrigan is my boy. Nice. She has a study group on Monday and sings Wednesdays. Do regular service on Sunday together. Okay, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people that could vote on this. It can confuse a lot of people. It could split a church. A vote like this could split a church. I'm pretty sure. So tread lightly, Mark. But I welcome all the votes. Good, bad, or otherwise. Phil would love Etrigan. Even likes Lobo. Ooh. Shots fired. Guess I'm not going to win this one. I love how you guys all throw the guilt card out there. Well, guess I'm not going to win this one ever. This is up to the people. The people. Oh, the shadows on the wall. They had light. Light covering dark is always, you're always going to need like an extra couple coats over what you think. Or, at least in my experience, when you're covering over dark stuff. Etrigan is basically DC's Jar Jar Binks. Wait, I need that Discord link. The Dicorf link. All right. Wait, the Discord link, I can do that. We can do that. As I close out here, we can do that. So the crazy thing, not the crazy thing, but like kind of a protective thing with Discord is these links only last 7 days or so. So click on that. If it doesn't work or for whatever reason you're not able to join within 7 days, just hit me up again, Phil, and I can give you a new link, or anybody else who's in the chat who's on Discord. Hit them up and they can help you join. But there you go. There's a link in the chat. If you're interested in joining Discord, we'd love to have you there. Mark's boat is like Kit from Knight Rider. Come with me, Mark. I'll make you a fisher of women. There's a few references in there. No splitting churches. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. The vote might do that, but I wouldn't do that. Mark's music obsession says she really likes my boat, John. That I'm gonna take that at face value. Mark's music obsession. Awesome. Not even said who I voted for. Not a pity vote pitch. Bear is good paint, though. Bear is good paint. Well done. I do like bear paint. I'm glad I love being in the water, too. Don't like to fish myself, though. Yeah. Well, fishing. I haven't been fishing in a long time. But that could be cool. Hold on. I heard a Discord bloop bloop. Who's this? Well, well, well. Somebody just joined Discord. What's up? Welcome, Phil. Take a look around. Brunson's here. What's up, Brunson? Good seeing you. Just in time. I'm about to close this out. Brunson, vote. Vote for the next master study that I'm doing. The link is pinned up in the chat. We're doing a Jack Kirby master study. Not only a Jack Kirby master study, I'm doing a double pager. So there are all the images there. I'm not going to bore the chat that have been here on all these images, but you can see them here and you can go back and watch this stream, the 6 images that I picked. So far, Captain America is winning by 1 vote, that first image of Captain America. But you can watch the stream and see the images closer. We got Captain America, the Demon, OMAC, Doctor Doom, another Captain America image. I love Kirby's Captain America, and Black Panther at the end there. So go vote. We would love to have you vote, and also let people know, spread the word. I will keep this poll open for 24 hours or so. I want to get as many votes as possible on this, just to get, to hear from the public and from subscribers and people who watch my channel. I would love their opinion on which one I should do, because it was a big one and it's going to spend a lot of time. It's going to take me a lot of time to get through it and to I want to give Kirby the due respect that he deserves from one artist to another, from an artist who admires his work incredibly. I've hesitated doing a master study on Kirby because I'm just in so awe of his talent and what he does. And he just makes it look so easy and effortless. So it's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one just to watch it unfold, and for me as an artist to dive in deep. So yeah, I would love as many eyes and as many opinions on it to vote on this one. So spread the word. Thank you so much, Brunson. Love seeing you here and love all the work that you're doing, you and Erwin. I love checking out what you guys are doing. Brunson's part of Discord. He's been sharing some of his own art, and Erwin is also. Erwin's been sharing a lot of stuff. You guys are machines. So thank you so much for being part of it. Calling it Cap 1, Stop the Steal. Nice. Dr. Doom, please. Mark's Music Obsession is begging. No Commandi. There are some awesome Commandi images, especially in this book. I didn't actually see that many double pagers. You would be surprised. There are great images, great splash pages, but there aren't that. Like, this is from Commandi 1. This was an image I think Cranberry Langers mentioned, like the beautiful image of the Statue of Liberty. But there's no character. I mean, Commandi's like right there. This tiny little guy here. As incredible as this image is, and as Kirby as it is, I don't know if I want to spend that much time doing a double page spread of the Statue of Liberty, to be honest. I want more like the characters. So yeah, there wasn't that many double pagers of Commandi. Commandi's not, people are kind of like, the demon. Commandi's not that my favorite of a Kirby creation, but still some awesome stuff in here. Yeah. I mean, there's some cool Commandi stuff in here, especially with these tiger characters. So yeah, no Commandi this time. Maybe next time. Brunson says Commandi's my favorite. Nice. Yeah. All right, cool. Are you sleeping there tonight? Not yet. Okay, cool. Wait. Oh, we're talking about the room that Lindsay Rose is painting. Sorry, I got that confused. Okay, cool. I think that's it for now, guys. So where we stand, 4 votes, Captain America 1, 3 votes Demon, 3 votes OMAC, 2 votes Doctor Doom, and 0 votes for Captain America 2 or Black Panther, which could all change. 12 votes total, which is great for a first 20 minutes that we launch this. Spread the word. Tell all your friends to help me vote for it, and let them know also that they can watch my if they don't know what this is about, they can watch all the previous master studies that I've done in my playlists, and just see what the whole shebang is about. We'll be doing the same thing for this Kirby thing, and I'll be prepping. Once I find out which one we're doing, I'll announce it, and then we'll get into the prep of actually executing this, which will be hard, but it's gonna be awesome, and I'm excited that it's the 10th master study. So thanks so much, everyone, for thanks everyone for being here and joining me in starting off this vote. Check out the real quick commission sketch that I did earlier in the stream, Mr. Monkey Boy, who took a nap during it. I'll be sending that off in the mail to you soon. And stay tuned. Oh, last thing I wanted to let you guys know. Wednesday is probably not going to happen on a Wednesday. It's probably going to be a Thursday stream for my Wednesday comics, because I've got back-to-back meetings on Wednesday and a couple of things that are going to interrupt the day. So I don't think I'll be able to squeeze a stream in on Wednesday. I don't even know what's coming out this week. So yeah, I anticipate it's probably in more like a Thursday that I'm going to be able to stream next. And by that time, we'll also know which one we're doing for the master study. So just want to throw that out. Make sure you guys aren't expecting that or waiting around for that. Lastly, we are still at 665 subscribers. One more subscriber to the Mark of the Beast. And I don't know what's going to happen after that. We're going to be breaking up church groups. I don't know. It's going to be bad. But tell all your friends to come join us. We're having a party. We're doing some fun stuff. And at the heart of it, it's just my love for comics and my appreciation of the community that's being built around this. So thank you guys all for being here. I've had a blast. Love it. And I will see you around. Come join Discord. Continue the discussion with us as we go on. And subscribe to this channel. Like it. Share it. Comment it. Subscribe to Fourth Wall. Check it all out. We've got a lot of cool stuff going on, and we're just going to continue building it on as we can. So thank you so much. I will catch you guys later. Peace.